Is we live or is we live? Huh? Is we live or is we live? What's good, y'all? It's your man, Don Bucks. Welcome to another episode of Cheef and Chart, man. Where we go over charts, we talk about stocks. Voila, Cheef, man. This is episode Sour Diesel. Why? Because that's what I'm chiefing. First off, this is not financial advice, y'all. This is for educational and entertainment purposes only. You dig? So, if y'all was here Friday, y'all know I'm rocking with MO. MO is the stock symbol for Altria. And y'all know that's my new bay. It's my new bay because one thing I always tell y'all is to trade one stock. One stock. You don't need to be all over the place. So I was trading ASO. I was in and out of ASO for a couple weeks. And I noticed the spreads getting a little bit too out of whack for me. Like the spreads getting too wide. Y'all know how I feel about, you know, wide bid ass spreads. Had to go. Had to go. So I showed y'all on Friday how I go about finding my new play or all my plays for that matter. Right. So, oh, and shout out to my new picture, man. I couldn't leave the store without it. It says it all starts with a dream, man. And that's some real shit. Real story before I get into this chart. But it all starts with a dream, man. Like if you can't see it, I I think that's where it starts. And it's the thing about it is dope when you see what you dreamed come to like the physical reality, because it's like, damn, I thought that up before. I wrote that down, and then now you're holding it in your hand, you're driving it, or you're living it. It's crazy how that happens, but that's where it starts. It starts with a dream, man. But off my soapbox. Um, so let's get into this chart. So I told y'all what I was doing on Friday with MO. So just a quick recap. I'll show y'all right quick and slick what happened with that. So MO. Now it seems to be trading in a range, like it was on a downtrend. Now there's a difference between trends and ranges. As y'all can see, a downtrend is lower highs, uptrend is higher lows. And right here, let me make this bigger. Right here, you can see from the downtrend, it starts trading sideways, like it's not falling anymore. And plus, a good way to see that is to look at the MACD, the moving average convergence divergence down here, and you can see that the bars start ticking the opposite direction. That tells you that it's kind of done falling here. And then the fast line crossed above the slow line, this blue line. So that's why you see this trading sideways. So I believe it's done falling. We'll have to see. And as of right now, it traded through the downtrend line. But at the same time, it looks like it's in a range. So this may be consolidation and, to continue further down. I don't think so, but we'll see. We need to lock in some higher highs and some higher lows in order to say it's an uptrend. But right now, it's trading in a range. It's trading between, if you can see this here, between 43 and $40, right? So it takes a little bit of skill to trade in ranges, right? But I'm trading this one stock. So this is why I recommend you trade one stock, and you get to know how it moves in trends. You get to know how it moves when it breaks into a range. So being that I know it looks like it's in a range right now, I'm going to trade in the range. So take it from the daily to my trading time frame, which is the hourly. And then I'm going to put my levels in my trading time frame. So as you can see here, you got I got my levels marked out here, but let me erase these and start fresh so you can see it. So it's never an exact line. It's always an area. So try to get it's not going to be exact either. So, I like this area right there. Like that. Where's the other one? Like I always say, this is tedious, but this is how you print money. This is what they've been doing. So here go another area. And what I always like to see, and I would like y'all to always like to see it now that you're going to know what I see. This right here is a pin bar at support. Y'all see this? It stopped at the level. It traded through it, but buyers came back in and pushed it back above the level. But when it's done, what that shows you is that there's buying pressure here at support. So what did I do? I took this call at the pin bar, but I use, if the hourly is my trading time frame, I use the 15-minute for my filter to know what's going on in the hourly. So what I did here in the 15-minute, I seen that, where did I get in at? Did I get in here? I think I got in here. Yep, I got in here. So it bounced and it started going. So I like to swing trade. So I'm holding this till tomorrow. And I seen that my exit is on my hourly. And then I seen this bouncing. I went back to my hourly and I said, okay, where's this? At 1645. I need to draw another level in here. Let's do it. Boom. Let's see. Hourly. All right, so first of all, let me tell you what happened Friday. All right, so Friday was what was Friday? The 15th? Yeah. So this what happened Friday. I got in right here. This is where I got in on Friday at this pin bar at support. Took a call, $42 strike, took a $42 strike, swung it over the weekend. I picked a long enough strike price. So shout out the long strike prices. And it bounced with this pin bar off support, and I took profit right here this morning. So because it was at a resistance point, of course, that was where I planned on getting out anyway. I actually planned on getting out at here, but it went through it. So I got out here and waited for it to retrace, because after big upfront, stocks just don't go straight up with no pullback. So they got to go up and retrace. So I waited for the retracement, which was right here. It hit resistance. I said, okay, now I'm going to wait for it to stop falling. And when I seen this pin bar at support, I took it. So now I'm in a call, a $43 strike call. How many days I got on the expiration? I think I got 2 weeks on the expiration. So it has plenty of time for it to bounce and do this. So most likely tomorrow I'll be taking profit. But that's my edge. So before I get out of here, I want y'all to understand what I think a lot of people, how could I put this? A lot of people that started trading options in 2020, like I said in previous videos, where y'all at? I ain't seen y'all. Where y'all at? But what I think happened was people lost money, and they're saying that options don't work, so they don't believe no more. You were over leveraging. You was using too much money. Options work perfectly fine. And plus, you wasn't doing no studying. You wasn't going beyond the course. Some people just looking for call outs. But I suggest you read and tap into a coach. That's what I did. My coach is Todd Cap. So you tap into a coach and read and do everything they tell you to do. Right? Don't be looking for call outs. But this information right here is in my course. I talk about my edge. And the point I was trying to make was, this is my edge and this works for me. Like, I tested this and made plenty of money off trading, just like I just explained, using year time frame. So I like to swing trade. So I use the hourly. If you like to swing trade too, you might want to use the hourly as well. But you don't have to be right every time. And for some reason, I think it's because of all the call outs and people showing their wins every day, that they think that the name of this game is being right 100%. And it's not. You don't have to be right. You can't be right. Nobody can be right 100% of the time. People just don't talk about when they're wrong, because they feel as though it's this thing about being wrong. You don't have to be right. You can't be right. Nobody can be right 100% of the time in the stock market. It's impossible. It's impossible. But what we're doing is we're putting the odds in our favor, because we're not the only person. See, the stock market is a big auction. There's buyers and sellers. There's hundreds of thousands of people, if not millions of people, trading and investing at the same time. So if we're looking at the hourly time frame, I'm not the only one looking at the hourly time frame. You know what I'm saying? You're not the only one looking at the hourly time frame. There's thousands of other people looking at the same time frame, and they're reacting similarly. That's why there's a degree of predictability, because everyone is kind of doing the same things. But you have to factor in that slight chance of somebody that is not thinking like you, somebody that got 50 million to make a play with. Throw your whole shit off. But that's okay, because your edge worked 7 out of 10 times. It was just these 3 times that they didn't work because some whale fucked up the play. But people get bent out of shape because they over leverage being cocky. And how do I know? Because I did it. I'm speaking from experience. So I'm telling you, you don't have to over leverage. It's a challenge to not get cocky, because once you get good at this thing, it's beautiful. It's a beautiful thing. So you don't have to over leverage. So if decide before you start trading, how much am I emotionally comfortable losing? You have to figure that out immediately. If it's only $20, that's cool. There's contracts that's $20. I'll show you how to do that in my course, or how to find them. Actually, I showed y'all how to find the companies in last Friday's episode. So go back and check that out. All right. So figure out how much you can emotionally stand to lose. Because once you figure that out, then we can know what kind of options contract we need to be looking for. Because if you're comfortable with losing $20 and not getting bent out of shape, it doesn't matter if that trade goes against you. If you're doing all the necessary due diligence, you're putting the odds in your favor. If it goes against you and you did everything, that's okay. Move on to the next play. Because you're not losing all your money. You're going to get out at a certain point, whereas though you know the play is not working, right? If you just simply just messed up somewhere. But other than that, you're not going to, if you lose 5 times out of 10, you can get all that money back on the 6th one, right? This is what I'm trying to tell you. You don't have to hit a home run every time. And just because you're wrong, it doesn't mean anything. It just, maybe you did something wrong, but if you're doing everything like systematized, like we're talking about here, you put the odds in your favor. Just because you're wrong, it doesn't mean that you're wrong or options don't work. If you want to learn how to trade options, I have a swing trading course that I just dropped. It's on sale. It was on sale for the first 5 people. I think I got 2 left, and it's only $20. It's a $2,000 course for $20. It's only 2 left though, so you might want to hurry up and get that. I'm not sure when you're going to be watching this video, but go ahead and subscribe to the product page, and you can also text Breadwinner to 74121 for free game and product updates. All right, so I'll see y'all tomorrow. It's your man Don Bucks. I'll see you on the next one.